Being a student in Germany can be very stressful. If you have been here for a couple of years or if it's your first month in Germany, not knowing the proper way to do things can make your life even more stressful. I remember 9 years ago when I came as a master's student in Germany, it was a Saturday and a public holiday. So not only was I in a new country having brought nothing to eat, I was in Germany on a public holiday and the next day was Sunday. So no chance of finding anything to eat for the next 2 days. But thankfully I had a very good and generous friend who made lunch for me. He also gave me a frozen pizza for dinner. He even invited me for lunch the next day. I am very thankful that I had such a lovely friend with me. I was lucky that even though that I did not know shops were completely closed on public holidays, I was able to get help from a friend. But you might not have such luck. And there are many other scenarios where not knowing the German system can make your life very stressful. That's why in this video, I am going to share 7 things that you must do as a student in Germany. By the way, if you're new to the channel, my name is Ahsan and on this channel, I share how to succeed financially in Germany. One of the very first things you must do as soon as you arrive in Germany is find mentors. Now, finding even a single mentor can be very difficult, but I want to emphasize that you must find multiple mentors. Let me explain why. A mentor is someone who is an experienced and trusted advisor. But one of the first people you interact with when you come to Germany as a student are students themselves. Some might have more knowledge than others, but they are still students. Now, a student who is 1 year senior than you might be able to give you the up-to-date information about your degree, like which courses to take or which professor is a stickler for attendance. And perhaps a student who is 2 years or more senior than you might be able to teach you how to land a part-time job or even a thesis position. I remember in my second semester, there was a course where attending only 2 lectures in the whole semester were essential. The first lecture where the professor assigned you a topic for your presentation and the second one on which you presented your topic. Now, I'm not condoning such behavior, but honestly speaking, I had taken a more complex course in my bachelor's, so I wasn't expecting anything to learn in this class. Not taking that class the whole semester freed up 90 minutes each week for me, which I utilized elsewhere. This info was shared by a student who was just a semester ahead. Another student who had been in Germany for 3 years taught me where and how to buy good quality ingredients to make food on a budget. So try to find mentors, but please don't abuse your mentor's time. Search for better accommodation. Finding good accommodation in Germany as a student can be an absolute nightmare, especially if you are a new arrival. Not knowing the language and the culture is an added stress on the top. That is why finding a good accommodation should be among your highest priorities as soon as you get a visa for Germany. My priority before I came to Germany was to look for a 1-room apartment with my own kitchen and toilet. But after looking at the prices for such an apartment, I realized that it wasn't in my budget. The next option was to live with a German family, which was a total disaster for me as well. Your experience may vary, but it's important to understand that finding good accommodation might take time and you might even have to change your residence in a month or 2. So you must research the city and the area where you would like to live before you land in Germany. You can do so by joining your university social media pages, Telegram groups or local groups on Facebook and get an idea about the rent situation. You don't want to land in a foreign country and live in an expensive hotel for a couple of days while you research for your accommodation. This would definitely hurt your wallet. Please hit the like button if you're getting value from this video and consider subscribing. Open a bank account. Back when I came to Germany as a student, there was only one option for international students, and that was Deutsche Bank. But thankfully, there are many options for bank accounts as an international student in Germany. But this comes with a downside as well. With so many options, you might choose the wrong one. For example, there are banks which offer a credit card if you open a bank account with them. But if you don't look at the fine print, you may end up paying hefty monthly fees to keep your bank account. That's why it's essential to pick a good free bank account which fits your needs. I have a detailed video on this, but I think 2 banks suit the needs for most students. The first one is C24 and the second one is N26. Both of these banks are online banks, so you won't find any branches, but both of them have an unconditionally free bank account with great features. I'll put links to both of them in the description below. Travel. There are generally 2 types of students. One type travels very often. You look at their Insta or Facebook and they are posting from a different country every week. They seem to travel 60 weeks in a year. And then there is another type who says, yeah, I'll travel later when I have a job and money to do so. Now, both might be correct, But I would recommend you to be somewhere in the middle, and let me tell you why. The student who always travels might be struggling in two ways. First, with their finances, and second, with their grades. This might not always happen, but I know so many cases where students get into debt and ruin their credit score just because they like to travel and buy expensive things. Not traveling at all also has its limitations. Trust me, when you have a job and have the money, you will find it quite difficult to find time to enjoy traveling. And even if you find the time, chances are that you might not enjoy the time as much as you would have when you were a student. So I would recommend that you find time to travel as a student in Germany, but do so responsibly. Perhaps find good offers which do not put much financial strain on you. Internships and student jobs. There may come a time when you have to choose between a high-paying odd job and a lower-paying student job in your field. Choosing the right could delay your career in Germany. In 2016, it took me 8 months to get my first job after moving to Germany. Mainly because my language skills were weak and I lived in a small city. Maybe I was lucky, but during those 8 months, I watched my savings drain. If you're struggling, any job is fine to get by. But if you have a chance to work in your field, even for less pay, take it. It will help you in the long run. I remember choosing a heavy job at a research institute that paid 25% less than another part-time job. I chose the heavy because I knew it would benefit me later. Sometimes a low-paying job in the right place is better than a high-paying job in the wrong one. To find these jobs, start with the university's job portal where many heavy positions are posted. If you don't find anything, ask your professor as they often need help. You can also search for WEG student or heavy positions on social media and job portals like LinkedIn, Indeed, and Stepstone. Also try to apply for internship and thesis positions at least 4 to 5 months before you wish to start. You might think you will find something quite easily, but as an international student in Germany, you may find it a bit difficult to understand what companies want and the German job market. Take care of your health. Many students coming to Germany are leaving their parents and families for the first time. Moving far away from your support system can be hard. It can affect both your physical and mental health. The weather in Germany, especially in winter, can make people feel lonely or even depressed. Long, cold winters and less sunlight can be tough on those who are coming from warmer, sunnier climate. In times like these, it's very important to take care of your physical, mental, and spiritual health. When I first arrived in Germany, I also faced these problems. The change in environment and being away from home was difficult. One thing that helped me was joining a fitness studio. Exercising regularly gave me a routine, improved my mood, and also helped my overall health. For you, it could be different. You could join a social group, a fitness class, or attend events at the university. These activities help you stay active, meet new people, and build a support system. Don't forget to use the health insurance you pay for each month. Get regular checkups from your doctor. It's important to take care of your body and catch problems early. Also, check your vitamin D levels. Many students from warmer places aren't used to the lack of sunlight in Germany, and this can affect both your physical and mental health. Taking small steps like this can help you adjust to life in Germany. It will keep you healthy and strong while you face other new challenges. Learn about credit. Many students have trouble managing their money, especially when studying abroad. This can cause a lot of problems. One mistake I see students in Germany make is signing up for phone contracts they cannot afford. For example, getting the newest iPhone for 60 euros per month might seem like a good deal. But if you're already having hard time finding a job or paying your bills, this can quickly cause big trouble. These contracts often last for 2 years, meaning you will pay over 1400 euros for the phone. If you miss payments, it can hurt your credit score, which can affect your financial future. Another mistake students make is getting credit cards to help with money problems. Credit cards might seem like a quick solution when you need cash, but they can lead to even more debt if you are not careful. Interest builds up fast, and soon you could owe much more than you borrowed. If you only take the minimum payment, it could take years to pay off your debt. This is why it's important to understand how credit works in Germany. Your credit score, called Schufa, shows if you are good at paying back money you owe. A bad Schufa score can make it hard for you to rent an apartment, get a loan, or sign future contracts. Missing phone or credit card payments can lower your credit score, and it can take time to fix it. To avoid this, learn to use credit cards responsibly. Know your spending limit and don't use credit cards for anything you don't need. Try to pay off the full amount each month so you don't have to pay high interest rates. When choosing a credit card, Pick one with low or no fees and watch out for hidden charges like foreign transaction fees or late payment penalties. I share all of this information and much more in this video. And if you're interested in other student related videos, you can watch this playlist. So thanks for watching, bleib gesund, and I'll see you in either of these two videos.